Enterprise, Captain James T. Kirk, their fearless leader, Dr. Bones McCoy, caring for the health of the Enterprise crew, Scotty, the chief engineer, in charge of the transporter room, Mr. Spock, the Vulcan, second in command, and the Klingon, enemy of the Star Trek crew. Star Trek action figures, complete with accessories, shown, each sold separately from Mego.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going back to Collector's Corner series that I started with the USS Enterprise from Franklin Mint, and we're going to start our second little collector item here. And we're going to do something that I thought I would never do again. This here is the newly reissued Captain Kirk classic 8-inch figure from Mego. Now I'm sure that you guys remember these, those of us who were fans of these action figures way back when they were new, and the original versions of these. And Mego has reissued the entire line again. You can get Captain Kirk, Mr. Spock, Chekhov, Scotty, Sulu, Uhura, all officially licensed, just like the original ones we remember from our youth, or at least I do from mine. You can even see the phaser, the communicator, the same utility belt that they all bought. And this is Captain Kirk in the alternate uniform, not the one that we're all familiar with, but the one he wore in a few episodes throughout the second season. I believe this shirt was introduced. But we're going to take a close-up look in a way that I have not in a very long time, and I thought I would never do again. I'm actually going to open this. Now, I know we're more used to all of my videos being about scale models, but if you take a look at this guy, he really is a scale model of the 1/1 William Shatner. I'm just kind of stalling here because it kills me to open these up. I always keep them in the original packaging and display them on my wall. And just let me take a moment here. I actually have two of these. I received them as Christmas gifts, and I thought to myself, you know what, since I have two of them, why don't I just open one up and we can all take a look at exactly how cool these figures are. And it's kind of a little tougher than I thought, because I really don't want to open it, but I really do want to open it. Well, either or. And you know what? I think it's time we just rip the band-aid off. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it.
Do it! Just do it!
Gotta get over it. Matt from Auto Car Videos, I know exactly how you feel now when it comes to opening these kits. The vintage kits. Now, while this isn't a vintage figure, it still gives the same feeling of dread of opening it up. But you know what? Forget it, guys. Let's just do it. Come with me now. We're gonna open it up and check out all the features of this figure. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna... Ooh, that really hurt. Oh boy, it's open. Oh boy, it's open. And it's out. That's it. It's done. It's done. It's open. It's out. I've done it. Okay, just gotta take a minute. Just gotta breathe. Wow. That's finally done. Alright, well, why don't we just take a really good look at this figure here. This is a very, very cool figure. Let's see how much articulation it's got. Our arms can move up and out. There we go. A little bit stiff. Up and out. Just like the original Mego figures, we have a bend at the elbow. You know, one of the cool things is bend at the wrist. With the newer figures today, they have so many different points of articulation and the technology has changed so much. And it's just kind of refreshing that Mego has brought out the figures with the same articulation that they had originally. You have a bend at the knee, the leg swivels in and out, but you don't have any bend at the ankle. There's no thigh bend other than the fact that you can swivel the leg in and out. There is an ab crunch. There is no articulation of the head other than nodding side to side. And while yeah, it's cool that the newer figures can bend in many more different ways, but this is a retro figure. It's the classic Mego figure with the classic Mego body, which is why it's so cool that they kept it exactly the way it was. Now, one thing that's always bugged me, even about the original figures, is that the utility belt is completely wrong. You see it shows Captain Kirk with the communicator in the front and the phaser facing the wrong way. Where really, if you want to be accurate, this is how the belt should sit. Kirk always carried his communicator in the rear with the phaser at his side, pointing forwards. So let's take a look at this phaser here. We can remove this band that holds it in. Again, that was kind of painful. And let's take a really good look at the phaser. You can see it here. It's detailed exactly like the original, which is really, really cool when you think about it. It does have the basic details of the phaser so that it is unmistakable as a phaser. Little rubber is a little soft, which has a little bit of a bend to it. Now this could definitely use a bit of detail painting, and seeing as how this figure is opened up, maybe I will just go ahead and do a little detail painting when I get a chance. Now let's see how well he holds the figure. It's got the classic Mego hands in the position to hold the phaser, and as you can see, he holds the phaser pretty well. And now we can take a look at the communicator, which looks like the originals. They are wedged into that belt really, really tight and quite a bit difficult to get out. Let's see if there we go. And let's take a look at the communicator. It is in the closed position. It doesn't open, but you can see the outer cover, which is the antenna, the trim ring around the body. So it is a accurate representation. And if we can put it in his hands, let's see if we can hold it. Yeah, with a little bit of wrangling, you can actually have him hold his communicator. Now let's take a good look at the face. Not a bad representation of William Shatner. Not perfect, but not bad at all. And of course we have our Delta shield on the side here, just like he did in the show. We have our captain's braids printed onto the material. This entire everything is like a spandex sort of polyester type of material. We have our braids here, the gold braids, the black collar, and the black pants with the boots, perfectly reminiscent of the costume. And I'm glad they got the color right, and they didn't just make it yellow, but with this design, because the shirt wasn't yellow, it was actually of a greenish tint. So there we go, guys. This is the Mego Captain Kirk action figure out of the pack, which, yeah, I'm still reeling over the fact that I actually opened it up. Very cool, very retro, brings back loads of memories from the childhood. So there he is, Captain Kirk in an action pose, bringing back all those childhood memories. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this episode of Collector's Corner. I hope this brought back as many good memories for you as it did for me. And I guess I'll see you again on the next Collector's Corner, where we'll have something else that's really cool to look at from way back in the day. And go out and get yourself one of these if you're a fan.